Christians and social conservatives better acclimate themselves to the new normal. They no longer have a political party that claims to represent their interests. This truth was made evident to yours truly last night as Peter Thiel, Ivanka Trump, and her father took to the RNC stage and gave prepared remarks to interested voters, as well as ignorant celebrity chasers. Thiel, in particular, made this writer apoplectic due to his advancing the idea that it is futile for Republicans to engage in what he classifies as the, quote, fake culture wars, end quote, using the passage of bathroom bills as an example. The stupidity and dangerous nature of that statement can only be overshadowed by the rousing approbation the crowd at Quicken Loans Arena gave Thiel when he announced that he is proud to be a homosexual, a Republican, and an American. The intention became very clear. Pivot to the acceptance of homosexuality and their supporters in order to win politically. The problem is that when sacred principles are sacrificed on the altar of electoral victory, what is left are the ashes of a once vibrant and morally healthy nation in its stead. I ask the reader to consider the absurdity of Thiel's and the Republican Party's logic. If the engagement in the culture wars is futile and unimportant, as Thiel implied, why do we continually celebrate the abolition of slavery and the termination of the Jim Crow South? Were those fake culture wars? Do remember that Thiel made it explicitly clear that the economy comes first in his estimation. As the reader knows, Mammon's worshippers and subjects are known for becoming blinded to the negative effects produced by the lack of civic virtue and what it has on the economy, and not the other way around. There is a particular reason why Christians and social conservatives engage in the culture wars, no matter how maligned we are by the libertines whom actively undermine our efforts for the convenience of their degenerate ways. Without virtue and morality informing our daily living as a society, we will perish. A culture that is given to reprobation and dissolution is one that will self-immolate in no time. This is exactly the kind of suicide our culture is committing when it approves of homosexuality, gives credence to transgenderism, advocates for abortion on demand, and is not scandalized enough when public officials like Hillary Clinton are brazenly corrupt and are not punished for their criminality. If a society such as this cannot approve of what is right because its moral compass is corrupted, how can such a society rectify what is wrong in the economic sphere? One wonders why Thiel, if he cares as much about the state of the country as he puts on, would defame those fighting the culture wars, being that many have been aggrieved and have even lost their lives due to the nation succumbing to the wrong side of the culture war, the side he doesn't dare mention because he is a provocateur of it. Almost 60 million murdered in the womb since Roe v. Wade. Countless sons and daughters killed by criminal aliens crossing the border. The untold stories of people sexually accosted in stalls due to the dangerous gender neutrality policies. The Christians, whom have been viciously persecuted by homosexual militants over their refusal to participate in activities that are morally objectionable, and many other grievances. These are enough justification for Christians and conservatives to continue to defend what is upright in said culture wars. The true phony is Thiel, who places a premium on money, but not on the lives affected by the wars, which, by the way, are actively waged by a seditious element among whom want nothing more than to see the pillars of Western society crumble, namely homosexual militants, of which Thiel is a part, Islam, recalcitrant atheists, and Alinskyite communists. It seems Peter Thiel and his ilk will be the new face of the Republican Party, no matter how much Trump gave a perfunctory nod during his acceptance speech to the foolish Christians whom propelled his humanist personality cult. True conservatives better start looking out for themselves because the national parties and their leaders sure won't.